So Marlena actually gave me the idea for this topic, and I've been thinking about it a lot for myself. I wanted to talk about maintenance. Because I feel like I don't know how to do maintenance. And I just realized that in the last year, because last year when I did the elimination diet, kind of by fluke, I lost 5 pounds, right? And I was like, oh my God. And I don't want to say I kind of needed to lose those 5 pounds, but they were 5 pounds that I'd kind of gained in 2020 and, whatever. And so I was like, oh, this is rad, right? But guess what? Gain that weight right back. And I started thinking how come I can't ever, what is my problem with weight loss that I can't ever keep it off? And I was like, maybe it's not actually my problem with weight loss. I know how to lose weight. I just don't know how to maintain my weight. I kind of get into this thing that I can pick at chips every day and eat an ice cream at night and all the things, right? Because I'm in maintenance. I'm not in a weight loss season anymore. So I can have these things, but in reality, I can have them. And I probably can have them more often than when I'm in a weight loss season, but I still have to practice saying no. I can't say yes every single time. And that's kind of what I personally tend to do when I go out of a weight loss season and into a maintenance season. And plus I've never actually picked a date and been I'm done losing weight. I've just kind of fizzled out. And then all of a sudden I'm eating whatever the hell I want. So I haven't even put the time, thought, and effort into what a maintenance season would look like. So what I wanted to ask you ladies, hi Julie, is what do you think about maintenance? Do you know what maintenance is? Have you been successful with maintenance? Do you have problem with maintenance also? And also if or when you've been in a weight loss season, have you ever had an exit strategy, or are you like me? I just kind of fizzle out and all of a sudden I'm eating ice cream every night. I think that these are important things to think about because this keeps us out of the vicious cycle of lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, right? Lose weight, gain weight. And more into a lifestyle of I'm in maintenance. Yes, I can say yes to a cookie once in a while when I pass the cookie jar, but I can't say yes every time because that's probably going to put me into a surplus, which is no longer maintenance. So the 80-20 is kind of real. And I have never really practiced the 80-20, I realize. So let's talk about maintenance.
I guess I'll go first. So I had my initial weight loss with Fitme, and it was probably 20 pounds, maybe. I don't really know the number. But that was because I was changing habits, not necessarily in a weight loss season. Mm-hmm. And then I maintained for a year and a half, I think, that weight loss. So for me, the maintenance season was just not going up to the original weight that I was before. Mm-hmm. I was practicing all the same habits. I wasn't consistent, I guess, but more consistent than I was initially. And so I felt that's kind of why I always called it maintenance. But now that I'm in a weight loss season, and I've had a little bit of weight loss, not a whole lot, and I'm coming out of it in 2 weeks, I have a date. When you were asking me that question of we need to have an exit strategy, I was oh, I thought we just went back to where we were before, but it made sense. If I go back to the calories I was before, it probably would just come back, since I had such a small weight loss. Mm-hmm. That weight would probably just come back. So it made sense to me that you have to do it slowly and keep the consistency there.
And let the, when we're doing a weight loss, exit into maintenance, if we obviously need to build calories because we can't live on a weight loss, right? That'll destroy our metabolism, our weight loss calories. But if we introduce it slowly, it gives our body a chance to like, be like, oh, I'm getting it so slowly that I'm kind of more innately knowing what to do with it versus like, okay, we cut a total of 300, 400 calories in your whole weight loss season. Now let's just add them all back in. The body's going to be like, whoa, I'm not used to dealing with this many calories at once right now. So I'm going to store it. You know what I mean? And so introducing it kind of a lot slower, the body can adapt to the increase in calories without freaking out and have it be a big change. And so being consistent still is going to be important.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever done weight loss. Like, well, it has been the first time that I've ever done it the right way. And so I'm not going to say it's like when you're actually dieting, because it's not, but it's a lot of work and it's exhausting. And like, I'm so ready to be out of the weight loss season, but at the same time, I know maintenance is work. And so I'm not too thrilled about that either. But I guess it's always going to be work. It's just life, you know. You can't just throw it all out the window.
It is true, but the glory about maintenance season is we're still staying consistent, right? And so if we have a weekend that we're like all in, screw it, I'm going to have whatever I want to, I just don't want to think about it for one weekend, it's not going to do anything, right? It's when we start getting into this, I can do whatever I want because I'm in a maintenance season. And the consistency is we're doing whatever we want, not like we're having some like boundaries. And so that's when the maintenance season starts becoming a problem. But you said it earlier, and when we were talking on Marco Polo, Marlena, something about like, I just want to do whatever I want. It's like, that's the glory about maintenance. We can do that once in a while and have it not make a difference. Weight loss season, different. We can't be doing that much because then we'll just be in maintenance.
Yeah.
And another thing too, is sometimes I feel like in diet culture, like, I don't know about you ladies, but I was in a weight loss season 365 days a year. And so it's like when I wasn't losing weight anymore, I was like, well, I guess I'm just at maintenance. When really I wasn't at maintenance. I was in like metabolic, FU. And that's why I wasn't losing weight, but I was still on low calories. And so I'd still do that kind of binging thing. And so it's like my whole concept of weight loss and maintenance was totally askew. And that's kind of what I love that we're learning in Fitme is like, this isn't a year-round thing. We're going to take this time, buckle down, do the hard thing in a weight loss season, have an end date, and then learn how to do maintenance so that we don't have to keep doing this.
And I think what's kind of cool about it is it's not like just a weight loss and weight loss, like back and forth. Like you can have other seasons in there. And just thinking about what I want that season to look like is kind of interesting. Maybe I'll try the muscle gain thing. I don't know,
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try something different or performance or something like that, but.
And I think people forget that like that also is body changing. Changing your body composition is body changing, even if you're not losing weight. And so that's where like the long game comes into play versus like, you have your weight loss season, maybe you get off some pounds and then it's ended, but you choose another goal that's like a body changing goal that doesn't necessarily put you in a deficit, but it still changes your body. So that's why like in the long run, you get the body change.
And at some point you just get to live, right?
Yeah, totally.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
And that's what maintenance is. If we want to live eating, whatever the hell we want to, we can do that. Are we going to feel great? Not if what we want to eat is like Chick-fil-A every day, right? And so
Yeah.
that's part of what we're doing here is like changing our mindset into like wanting to eat things that make us feel good, which is usually quality food versus like wanting to eat just crap because it tastes good, and not care how we feel. I think the beauty of Fitme is like, and I've said this over and over again, it kind of connects us with our bodies. It helps us to start like being in the moment with our bodies and being like, wow, this is how my body feels when I eat this. This is what my body feels when I have Chinese food, when I have steak and potatoes, when I have a Fitme plate, when I have ice cream, when I, and then you get to choose like, do I like that feeling or do I not like that feeling? And I feel like that solidifies the habits more than does this food make me lose weight or not lose weight? Because weight is not, weight loss and gain is not immediate. And so that's why I think it's hard for people to stick to it. Because it's like, oh, I'm just gonna have this one cookie. So we're not gonna gain weight over one cookie or one pint of ice cream a night. It comes over time. But if you eat a pint of ice cream and you get diarrhea, you're gonna feel that immediately and remember it. And so that's why I always like try to think about how that's gonna make me feel versus like, is that gonna make me fat? I feel like that is what has kept me like wanting to eat quality food. And so hopefully that's what we want to do. With some ice cream in there and diarrhea once in a while. Sometimes we make
it's got to be good. It's got to be good ice cream though.
Exactly.
Why go through all that suffering if it's going to be bad ice cream?
I totally agree. And that's part of it. That's part of it.
Yeah.
We went on vacation this last weekend and we were in like a small town near another town. And I told the kids, I was like, I'm gonna go across the street to a little grocery store and I'm gonna get us an ice cream. And it was so expensive that I was so wrapped up in the price of what this little ice cream cost that I didn't even enjoy it. And I was like, well, that sucks. I paid like $20 for 4 little ice creams, but I was like, this was not worth every bite or the money.
Every penny.
But I don't keep ice cream in my house for that reason, just because I love ice cream. And when I want it, I want really good ice cream. So it's got to be like a trip out for us to get it.
And that is part of maintenance. We can do that, right? When we're in a weight loss season and we want ice cream really bad, like it's not impossible to have ice cream, but we can't get on a roll of having ice cream when we're in a weight loss season. And once a week in maintenance, we can have a treat, and it's fine. And that is ultimately how I want to live. When I say, I want to do whatever I want to do, in my brain, I'm thinking like fettuccine every night and, ice cream and milkshakes and whatever the hell I want. But in reality, that's not really what I want because I know that's going to make me feel crappy. And so like coming down to earth with that and realizing that that's actually not really how I want to feel.
Yeah. Even the awareness of restaurants and what's on the menu, I think you can kind of look at what's there and know how you're going to do this over that. All it's kind of changed in my mind,
Yeah.
Try and find something with vegetables. Sometimes it's hard. There's not a lot of places that value a vegetable anymore.
No, it's true. This came from North Dakota. They have 0 vegetables.
Brown food, right?
Seriously. Boiled beef, hot dogs. Beef? I swear to God, it's boiled.
Oh, God.
Buns, pastries, potato salad. I mean, like all the brown food, all the shades of brown. The other thing about maintenance is still having the thought process of like, the choosing your treats. And like when you go on vacation, I know vacation is supposed to be like, do whatever we want. But at the end of it, if we just have a free for all, I never feel very good. And so, part of maintenance is also like prioritizing, but prioritizing with your non-negotiables, like, okay, I'm going to have a really solid breakfast because I don't really care about like biscuits and gravy or breakfast foods. So I'm going to have like a Fitme plate breakfast. And then lunch, I'll probably do the same. And then dinner, I'm going to have whatever I want. And so that is kind of a thought process in maintenance. Like if we're in a weight loss season and we're vacationing, we're not having whatever we want because we know that that will halt our weight loss, right? And so just being very clear with yourself on your treat boundaries, even in maintenance, even in maintenance. That's it. That's it. Nobody has maintenance problem like I do.
I'm not there yet. I haven't reached the maintenance part yet. So
Have you had your metabolism review?
No, not yet.
Not yet. The habits is maintenance. The habits create maintenance. Most people jump in wanting to lose weight first thing and realize like, oh, I gotta like kind of create some of these habits before I can lose weight. And so like, that's the really cool thing about the habits. They just really, they create maintenance.
Yeah, because I mean, last night I got really stressed out on the phone with, my cell phone carrier, just getting really frustrated. And I was getting even more mad because I was hungry. So I was hangry, trying not to take it out on the poor representative, but they weren't making me very happy. So it's like, I'm like looking around my house going, I just want to binge on something. And then I went, no, that's not smart. That won't make you feel better.
Yeah.
It'll actually make you feel worse. And so I had some chicken thawing in the refrigerator. So I was like, well, I got to mow too. And so I threw my chicken in the oven and set my timer on my phone. And so went out, mowed the front lawn, timer went off, flipped my chicken over, went out, mowed the backyard, came in, ate something. Then I ran out of gas. But, hey, I already had my dinner. So, I had a good Fitme plate because I had chicken and some wild rice or brown rice and quinoa and then some vegetables. So, and that to me was a big win for me because I was just like, oh my gosh, I could have just gone, not like I have really anything in my house that would be like a binge kind of thing, but I could have eaten something that had a lot of calories and not a lot of nutritional value
like
instead of eating what I wanted.
Potato chips.
Right. Or popcorn. Popcorn. I don't have kids.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I think that also to be successful at maintenance, if we are emotional eaters or we're hangry or we're any of those things, that we actually have to like learn new outlets for that too. Because if we're always going to go to like some crap food or resort to crap food when like we're hangry or our emotions are high or whatever, that is going to be hard to maintain maintenance also. So that just made me think of that is like a lot goes into play with maintenance. It's really learning about our relationship with food. And that's really what it comes down to. Wow, that was powerful.
Well, and I mean, it was Fitme that got me to realize that, I had always blamed all my issues on not having a gallbladder, but it wasn't that. It was just the crap I was eating. I was eating fried food and wondering why it went through me. Oh, I don't know. So I mean, getting away from fried food and, getting the right carbs and getting the right balance really makes a big difference. So
really,
I can eat and not have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a big deal because sometimes it's just like, I hear people say like, I can't do that, my knee, I can't do that, my back, I can't do that, my foot, I can't. And sometimes we just have actually not tried. And so that's important too. Well, ladies, I guess that's a wrap. Thank you
That's
for
right.
coming.
Well,
Crickets around here.
yes.
I will see you ladies next week.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.